Good morning. Welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 13 of Spiral. So tomorrow's the last day before the summer break. And I can feel it in me. I'm feeling like, oh, I want to go and do. And yeah, it's really interesting. I'm ready to go off and do other things for the next 6 weeks. I can feel it in, just loads of parts of me want to go off and just be somewhere else for a while. I have Bear with me today. And we're going to twist and do the side body, but God knows what we'll end up really doing. It's always such a surprise. So come land on your back, and I think, just come land on your back and we'll see what happens, okay? So come. So knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor, and just check into the size of you, left and right, comparing them. Shoulders, one bigger, one smaller. Hips, one bigger, one smaller. And you can even check in with the sides of your face. So often there'll be a side of your face that is rounder, the eye is bigger, the cheek is roundier. There's your nose is bigger on that side. And then the other side, often the eye is smaller, the nose is a bit more squished, and the face has less of a big circle to it. It's more like, just smaller. Just notice, is one side of your face bigger or smaller? Where do you feel that in your cheekbones, in your eyes, in your forehead? Maybe they're the same, maybe they're different. And then does that correlate with your bigger shoulder and your bigger hip? Or is it all mixed up? Is it all one side, other side, one side? Just check that out. Nice. So bring your feet so they're hip distance apart. We started this movement yesterday. We're going to do it again. So drop your left thigh out to the side, but keep your pelvis flat on the floor. And then do it again. Drop your left thigh out. So it's only my thigh that's moving at the moment. And then back out, or my leg. And now drop your left thigh out. And now let your pelvis follow so that your left thigh touches the floor. And then come back up. So left thigh, pelvis follows. Come back up. Left thigh, pelvis follows. Come back up. Nice. Other side. Only right thigh. And come back up. Only right thigh. Come back up. Now, right thigh, pelvis follows. Come back. Right thigh, pelvis follows. And come back. Last time. Right thigh, pelvis follows. And come back. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. And let's try the same movement. So I have my arms wide. My feet are as wide as my mat. I can feel underneath my toes the edges of my mat. So drop your left thigh out to the side. And now let your pelvis follow. And I meet such a gnarly layer of my right hip there. It's really cool. And come back to center. Left thigh, pelvis follows. Come back. Left thigh, pelvis follows. And come back. And the right knee moves a little bit. Right thigh, pelvis follows. Come back. Right thigh, pelvis follows. And come back. One more time. Right thigh, pelvis follows. And come back. Great. So bring your feet back to hip distance apart. And bring your right hand to rest onto your forehead. And your left arm is long and out to the side. So drop your left thigh down. Let your pelvis follow. And then draw your right elbow over towards the left. And then come back, bring your back to the floor, bring your left thigh back up. So left thigh, pelvis, elbow, elbow, pelvis, leg. So left thigh, pelvis, elbow, and then come back. And just do that a few times. Let it be really smooth. Let them all move together. And how far to the left can you bring that right elbow? Can you really, I can feel it in my ribs. It's like, ooh. can you really bring your elbow as far to the left as you can? One more time. And pause at the end of your movement. And my right knee is now falling down as well. Just let it fall. And I'm reaching with that right elbow as much as I can down towards the left hand. Nice. And now only move your legs back up to center. And then drop your legs down. So you might move one leg and then the other leg. One leg and then the other leg. Or you might move both together up and both together down. How would you move your legs up so that they come to stand and then down while keeping your torso over towards the left? Up and down. One more time. Up and down. Right. Come back to center. Pause. Feel how spiraled you are. Wow, I'm really spiraled towards the left. My right side really feels like an ice cream cone that's turning towards the left side. Let's try the other side. So bring your left hand to the top of your forehead. Drop your right knee out to the side. Let your pelvis follow. And then bring your left elbow over towards the right. Elbow comes back. Leg comes back. Right thigh, pelvis, left elbow. And as I do this, I'm keeping the left knee towards the ceiling. So I'm not actually letting the left knee collapse. I'm keeping the left knee or the left foot really stable on the floor. So right knee, pelvis, elbow, and then come back. Right knee, pelvis, elbow, and then come back. Next time you go, try and bring your left elbow as far to the right as you can. And let your left knee fall down. And go deeper and deeper and deeper with that left elbow. Nice. Now try and lift your feet or lift your legs so your feet come to stand. And come back. And lift your legs so your feet come to stand. And come back. Lift. Feet come to stand. And back. Last time. Feet come to stand. And back. Come all the way back to land on the floor. Pause. Wow, so interesting. Cool. So come onto your hands and knees. And so if you're not bringing your hands to the floor, you can do this sequence with your elbows on the floor. Okay, so you can just have your elbows on the floor, your hands flat, or your fists sideways on the floor. Find a way that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, bring your hands to the floor. So bring your right knee up towards your right elbow, and then sweep your right leg long, and then sweep your right leg around the corner towards the left. And I'm going to look around my left shoulder and try and see my foot over there. Me up towards your right elbow. Sweep around the corner. And instead of it being that your leg has to go somewhere, begin to feel the movement and track that there's this sense of a lengthening deeply through the right side of your body. Just tracking it, feeling it. Next time your foot goes around the corner, pause there. You can, if you want to, reach your right arm long or bring your elbow down and turn your face more and more towards the left. Actually, I think I like keeping my hands flat on the floor and just trying to bring my head more and more towards the left. Nice, come back. Other side, draw your left knee up. Swing it back behind you around the corner. Up. Corner. Up. Corner. Up. Corner. And as you go, look around the left shoulder to see your foot. Next time you do it, pause. So I'm just going to bring my head more and more towards the right, looking over my shoulder. Really try to squeeze deeper and deeper into the right rib cage, right side of your waist. And lean into the left side in length. Nice. Come back. Both knees to the floor, rising up. So bring your right leg out to the side. And then sweep your right arm across the top of your ear and over towards the left. And then sweep your left arm across the top of your ear and over towards the right. And so as I go over towards the left, I'm almost imagining that my fingers are going to touch the floor, but that's not the goal. It's more that that's the direction they're moving in. And I'm just feeling the power of my diaphragm and the strength of my ribs. Really leaning backwards as you go. Next time you go over towards the right, pause there, push your hips forward, breathe into that left side of your body. And I'm imagining that my right hand is moving further and further down towards the right foot. I am looking up towards the ceiling underneath my elbow, but see what your neck wants to do. Nice. Other side, sweep your left hand down, sweep your right arm over your ear. And you won't, like I won't be able to hold this very long because we're floating, but just breathe and reach. Extend into that right leg, get power through the right side of your body. Ooh. Come all the way back. Nice, cool. Other side. So lengthen the left leg out to the side and sweep your left arm long beside your ear. And then your right arm long beside your ear. Now that this is the second side, I can feel that it's stacking itself on me. It's like same ribs, different leg, but same ribs. Same waist, same arms. I just feel that. The second side feels like it's working. Nice. Next time you go left, pause there. Nice. And then go right. Again, we won't be able to hold this long. Oh my God. I won't be able to speak much. Extend into that left leg. And come all the way back. Nice. So bring both feet to the floor and bring your feet wide. Hands are down. And then just bending one knee, bending the other knee. Just connect in or warm up. And as your knees bend, I like having my toes slightly wider when I'm bending my knees. So my toes are pointing outwards. So they're more or less moving in the same direction as my knees are moving. Main thing is, though, you're listening to the sensations of your knees and you're adjusting accordingly. So there's this one. So our torso is down beside our thighs and we're rocking from side to side. Or bring your hands to your knees, come all the way up. Cool. So your feet are wide. And yeah, just bring your hands to your hips and now bend your knees like this. So you're traveling from side to side with your torso up. And that's going to meet a different part of your thighs, a different part of your inner thighs and your belly. So what's different between this and come low? This. And come up again. This. Go low and this. What do you feel different? For me, it's like when I go down, it's the back of my hips, the back of my thighs, my bum. When I come up, it's my inner thighs, the front of my belly, the front of my thighs. My knees get it more when I'm upwards. Just feel that. What do you feel? Nice. So turn your right foot out to the side, bring your right elbow down to your right thigh, and then sweep your left hand along the floor and come into a whoosh. And then travel back through center, both elbows bend. Turn your feet towards the left and whoosh. So start off with your elbows on your thighs in this water whooshing. You can come upwards a bit higher into water whooshing supreme if you're wanting to lengthen through the front of your belly. And I feel like I really push into the back foot and toes as I rise up into the supreme. And my back leg is lengthening really deeply. So the next time you go right, pause in either the low water whooshing or the high water whooshing. See which one suits you. Pause, deepen into it. Lengthen that back leg. Use the support of your right thigh. Reach more with your left hand. Nice. Come back through center. Over towards the left side. Using your leg on the left as support. And just reaching up either into straightforward water whooshing, which is the same height as your face, or upwards, which is supreme. If you're in supreme, come up onto the toes of the back foot. Really connect into that back leg. Nice. And come back down. And just pause when you're down. Nice. Both hands over towards the left side. Walk your hands over towards your foot. Both hands over towards the right side. Hold on to your foot. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Walk your feet back in. And come sit on the floor. Legs are long in front of you. Roll into your ankles. Nice. And then spiral your legs out. And then spiral your legs in. Out. In. Out. In. Your arms, spiral them out. And then spiral them in. Notice what happens in your shoulders. Spiral them out. Spiral them in. Out. In. Do both at the same time. In. Out. In. Out. One more time. In and out. Cool. Sitting tall. Lean forward. Bring your belly down towards your thighs. Wiggle a bit. Moving, connecting. You can bend your knees more to bring your arms underneath your knees if you wish, to drop your head down towards your thighs. Or rounding forward, wiggle forward. Dropping your torso down towards your thighs. And lengthening into the back of your body. Let your head be heavy. And wiggling your toes. I'm going to bring both hands over towards the outside of the left foot, so I lengthen a bit more into the right shoulder, right ribs. And then outside of the right foot, so I lengthen a bit more into the left ribs. Nice, and then just travel from one side. So my hand is now traveling even more. I have this really delicious sense of leaning deeply into the side of my ribs. And is it a spiraling twist? I think it is a spiraling twist that we're creating. So I feel like I'm pulling on the outside of my leg and pushing down at the same time. And I'm twisting my torso with the push-pull that I'm creating. Nice. Super. Come lie on your back, all the way down, landing on your back. Arms are wide and out to the side. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. How is it to land? Breath is in your belly. How do you really soften the back of your body down, surrendering down, really softening into the floor? Sometimes it's like I remember that I'm lying on the floor. I'm like, oh, there's the floor. Oh, I can meet it. Whereas often I feel like I don't even know the floor is there sometimes. So yeah, so just notice that in you. Can you really surrender to the floor? Maybe it's something very easy for you. Maybe not. Super. So stay where you are. Just keep softening into the floor, settling into the floor. Nice, guys. Very lovely. Um, so yes, so I'll see you all tomorrow for the last day of Spiral. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Those of you who haven't been with me for a few days, September is going to be called Strength. And hold on just a moment. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Very inspired by it. Wandering off into my summer and looking for strength in me, in how I live and move in my life. So I'll see you all tomorrow, and yeah, such a pleasure to be here. Very, very cool. Okay, ciao, ciao, bye.